MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Baltimore Orioles.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, one thing's for sure, they love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. He had a nice performance in his last outing. 4 RBIs, right? Clutch hits, driving in guys when they're sitting out there in front of him. I'm looking to see if he can have an impact on this game as well.
Dylan Bundy will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, Dylan Bundy's come a long way. It wasn't that long ago where he went to camp and he had to make the team coming out of spring training. Former first-round draft pick out of high school from Oklahoma, 94 to 95 miles an hour. Good overhand 12-6 curveball and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He's turned himself into one of the league's premier pitchers.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And let's spot shadow first baseman Chris Crush Davis. Doesn't get enough love for how soft this guy's hands are. Constantly picking middle infielders left and right. We get it. He's got power. But look for him to make a nice play on defense as well.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First offering on its way. And underway tonight from Baltimore as the first pitch misses for ball 1. This past history with Dylan Bundy comes in with 6 hits in 22 tries. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Into the corner and slicing foul. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Bundy, originally from the Sooner State of Oklahoma. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Coming to the plate now, Andrew Benintendi, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-2. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was coming. You could bet he'd be on alert for that curveball again.
Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Here he comes again. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
Betts, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the flag court and gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. His first homer here in the series. And that gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's really struggled. 1 for 15. Set to deliver the 0-1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he fouls this one off. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Machado is there, and the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not to say complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
His past history with Dylan Bundy comes in with 6 hits in 19 tries. Count even now at 1-1. Good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Still 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Well, the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Bottom of the first coming up from Oriole Park. It's now 2-0 Boston. Time now to check out Buck Showalter's lineup card for the Orioles in this one. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
David Price gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the division series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Thanks, Matty. David Price, former AL Cy Young Award winner. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Curveball and a slider. One of the things he does well, commands the strike zone, throws a lot of strikes.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder. Forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there. But a guy who can play center with a strong, accurate arm, and we know he can roll it home.
Standing in, Tim Beckham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first is Beckham on his way to second. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
This is exactly what you want to do when you've gone down by 2 runs. Answer the bell. So he leads off the next inning and gets them going with a double. Now if they can scratch a run or 2 across this inning, they'll be right back in this one.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle of the order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
Ready now for Baltimore, Manny Machado, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
Lifetime versus David Price. He's collected 11 hits in 37 tries. He's also taken him deep 4 times. Takes this the other way to right. Betts is there. Let's see if they try it. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off of that. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Stepping in now, Danny Valencia, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. There's a strike. Jones stands at first with one out. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a two-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and two away. First offering on its way. Changeup in for a strike. And a changeup right down the middle.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. Two straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Fouled off. A runner on first with two away. Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses 1-2. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a run on two hits, no errors, and a man left. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore. The Red Sox are out in front 2-1. Striding in for Boston, Christian Vasquez. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's a .417 hitter. First pitch coming, here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone. Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. Bradley, or JBJ as the initials read, he was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Misses, ball two.
I like what he was trying to do there with the two-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
And this is swung on and missed. His fifth strikeout already, and there are two gone in the inning.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. That's wide, 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
2-1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. So a 2-out knock, and we'll go a little deeper into the top of the second.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Now a move over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Fouled away. 0 for 1 here in the early going. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Missed with a slider. Betts is off at first with 2 away. Betts is on the move. That's a strike to throw down. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
The 1-2. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Red Sox leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Here's Mark Trumbo now.
Leading off for the Orioles, designated hitter, Mark Trumbo.
Now the first pitch here from Price. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away. So striding forward now, Chris Davis.
First baseman, Chris Davis.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Davis, who's often called Crush Davis. He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Popped up. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Orioles have elected to challenge the play.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
And the batter moves in.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Lifetime versus David Price. He's gone 2 for 6. He's taken him deep once. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Runners on first with one down. And that one stayed up a little high. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. Caleb Joseph waits on deck. Swung on and missed 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
A shot down the first baseline. And this is by Moreland and down the line, a fair ball. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Batting ninth, catcher, Caleb Joseph.
Ready now for Baltimore, Caleb Joseph, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. From the stretch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And the changeup is way low that time.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
He's set. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Line drive to center field. Bradley is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Orioles strand a couple. Our score remains 2-1. Here's J.D. Martinez as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
J.D. Martinez.
The pitch. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side. And multiple ways you can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Here comes another 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Riding in once again, Mitch Moreland. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a fastball chopped fouled at the plate. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Adam Jones gets set to start out the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. And a fastball just a bit up.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Jones aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit hard on the ground to second. And Pedroia will stretch, but it's into center field for a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Danny.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Danny Valencia, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. None out, runners at first and second. And there's ball 1. And he takes a called strike 2. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Again, a 1-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. He pulls into third safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Standing in now, Jonathan Stoke, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Ready with the 0-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mark Trumbo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Gone. And that one had some extra distance. A 3-run homer here for Mark Trumbo. His first homer so far in the series. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Here's Chris Davis now. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
This lineup has a chance to knock this guy right out of the game. 4 runs in the inning, and they smell blood.
Boy, Giro, you hit the nail right on the head right now. This is a team that can score some runs. They have a pitcher that's reeling right now. They need to knock him out and knock him out ASAP.
2-0 count. The pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Right side and right into the shift. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Trey Mancini.
Ready for another chance? Trey Mancini. He reached on a single in his first try. Price sets his sights. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Popped him up. Moreland is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We're through 3 here in Maryland. It's now 5-2 Baltimore. Rafael Devers the next to bat as we begin the top of the 4th.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that's in there for strike 1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Ball 1. 4th inning here, already a 5-2 score. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Valencia sprinting after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Digging in to try it again, Christian Vasquez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and the deficit remains 5-2. Coming to the plate now, Caleb Joseph comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A high fastball is in there. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Ball and a strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Grounder down the line at third. Devers has it. Throw to first takes care of Beckham for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 10, Adam Jones.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. 2 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Orioles, and it remains 5-2. Leading off the inning, Jackie Bradley Jr., and they'll need him to get something going here.
Jackie Bradley.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Line to the right side. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. And a check swing here. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Woody Keller. It's ball one. Now a ball swung on and hit to Davis over at first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Mookie Betts. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. The windup and the 0-1. And he just misses with a curveball.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
2-1 now to Mookie. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Running hard, he's digging for second. Around second now and headed for third, and he is in there.
And this is what good major league hitters do with a pitch on the outer half. They don't try to do too much with it. Just square it up the best you can and drive it to the opposite gap. By the time the outfielders react and get to it, he's well on his way to third.
Left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you've punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Digging in once again, J.D. Martinez. He had that 2-run home run back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. The 1-0 home. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. The second for 1, relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's Manny Machado now. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning.
Manny Machado.
First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Fastball, and he's quick. Dribbled up the line. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Up with the ball is Pedroia. And there's one down now.
The right fielder, number 2, Danny.
Digging in and looking for more, Danny Valencia. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch coming, here it is. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Right over the middle, knee high. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
The second baseman, number 6.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's grounded out and struck out. Now the first pitch here from Price. In there at the knees, strike 1. And that one just missed outside. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning continues. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mark Trumbo.
Ready for another shot now. Mark Trumbo. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
A fastball. Now the 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Price pauses, and the pitch. Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Line to the right side, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Brad Brock takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 35, Brad Brock.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, and his head-to-head matchup numbers with Brad Brock, not great. He's 1 for 8. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Right side. Scope is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So 1 away, and here's the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. He's set, and the pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
1 out, nobody on. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're still down 5-3. In now for the O's.
Leading off for the Orioles, first baseman, Red.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. 1-1 the count to Chris Davis. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
First pitch on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the 2nd out. Digging in, Caleb Joseph. He's
number 36, Caleb Joseph.
Price sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Back here on MLB Network. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Michael Givens is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 60, Michael Givens.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dustin Pedroia. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Mancini comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Christian Vasquez.
Ready once again, Christian Vasquez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike. One and two.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
2 out, nobody on. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Scope ranging into the outfield. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. Get up and stretch here in Baltimore. It's the Orioles 5 and the Red Sox 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 47, Tyler Thornburg.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and
leading off for the Orioles, 3rd baseman, Jim Beckham.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against the modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
1-1 the count now. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now that's popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. He can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Bogarts has it. And there's out number 2.
The shortstop, number 13, Manny Machado.
Ready for another chance. Manny Machado. First offering on its way. There's a strike.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Ripped down the first base line. And this is by Moreland and down the line. A fair ball. The relay. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
In now, Danny Valencia, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Missed with a breaking ball. Two and two.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run.
Matty, that's a surprising pitch right there. I don't understand after blowing the fastball by him, he would speed his bat up with off speed.
Yeah, redemption after being late, right on time with the off-speed pitch now. Ready for another shot now, Jonathan Scope. And they're runners at the corners now. First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone. If you could work a couple walks, it could be the start of a big inning.
And it's 0-2 to Schoop. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Cue shot here out towards short. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a slider.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
There's that little sinker right over the outside corner. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
The 1-2. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw in time and the side is retired. Orioles settle for 1. 8th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 6 and the Red Sox 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles, number 56, Aaron O'Shea.
Here's Mookie Betts, his head-to-head with Darren O'Day. He's only 1 for 10. First delivery to him on the way. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
And that's over. 2-1. O'Day, a 6'4" right-hander. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. 8th inning now for Memorial Park. O's leading this one as you get a look at the line score there through the first 7 innings of play. Digging in to try it again, Andrew Benintendi. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer, needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Here's J.D. Martinez. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Here's Chris Davis now.
Leading off for the Orioles, first baseman, Red Davis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good looking sinker on the inside corner. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. Oh, that one got the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Digging in once again, Trey Mancini. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Hit out towards second. Pedroia to his right. He has it. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Caleb Joseph.
Coming to the plate now, Caleb Joseph. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. And oh, that gets him on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They still lead it 6-3.
Leading off for Boston, first baseman,
Zach Britton comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Zach Britton.
Colby Rasmus is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left
Number
field.
28, Colby Rasmus.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Mitch Moreland becomes the first out in the 9th inning.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard down the left field line, but this is foul near the seats. Here's another 2-2. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Scope has it. Throw on to first, and now the Red Sox are down to their final out.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Rafael Devers. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. In previous meetings with Britain over the years, 9 hits in 15 tries. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. The Baltimore Orioles jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Dylan Bundy takes home the win. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 6 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Dylan Bundy. Credit to save to Zach Britton. The loss goes to David Price. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance here at the ballpark, 48,876. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.